Jordan started just in time. Vitality on defense, Liquid on attack.
Actually, Yampy's going to farm. I was going to say a clean 5v5 here in the post plant, but Soulcast digging even
Damn! Managed to get 2 there. I like this though with the double frenzy over towards him. It's a nice Bastion to be.
Everything covered off, and Liquid very much in control here. Speaking of control, Nats not missing on that one. Twiston gonna go down. Last player spotted. Soulcast made a bit of an attempt at it, but
strong frenzy mania coming in. 4 people survive as well. Very, very nice. Got it some backup guns for the bonus.
Set their sights on B site, and immediately, actually, again, we talk about a number of times how deep teams decide to dig. Again, pistol round being one thing, but Soulcast
Vitality pistols. Oh yeah, I forgot. Vitality literally have like a 30% win rate of pistols or something crazy. They are horrendous at pistols, and it's been a big reason as to why they have been struggling. 40? Oh, they improved it a little bit then from what it used to be. I swear at one point it was 36%. 40 is not bad, 40 is terrible, mate.
This from Vitality is not a bad plan at all. Stack up middle, try and get a little aggressive, and they find one. That's Nat's gone.
I think actually, what, Nats had the Spectre as well?
It's not as bad as 30 though. I agree. It depends which way we're looking at it. There's a lot of people here. It is a 3v5. They really cheaped out on this one as well. They really cheaped out. Got 2 rifles here. They kept, because they had a lot of pistols, they decided to keep a lot of the pistols, not buy too much into it. Actually, I mean, everyone but 1, right? Oh no, yeah. It's a 5v2.
And now they're sweating, they're nervous. Yampy and Redgar have their work cut out.
Twiston actually going to pick up that Vandal all the way back through here.
Nice shot from Yampy. Not expecting the other one, the late bait on that was great. 1v4, the plant is not good, and that is a straight up eco win with 1, 2, 3 guns to get. So this is the most perfect start Vitality could have hoped for. This is better than winning the pistol, that one, because you get the extra money from stealing their guns as well. So 3 people are going to be very rich. Rob underscore Poners, what's up, mate? 8 months. Thank you. Thank you for the tier 1. Thank you for all the support.
The same pace they did to round 1. Might have even found the plant here on A site ahead of that.
So yeah, some nice shots hit into this though. Fair play.
Answering right back here. Not sure what Liquid 3 weapons purchase. I think yeah, actually gonna. I wonder if there was going to be an SMG or maybe even a Guardian or something to throw in here, but funds just not there. Try and get some utility online though.
And when we were kind of talking about this game before coming into it, because this round, unless we start seeing Liquid really pop off a couple of kills, should go Vitality's way. We're kind of discussing that Vitality have to prove to us that they are worthy of playoff position, right? This is the whole concept.
Yeah, that's very true.
They didn't get off of their own merit necessarily, making mistakes of others, but they got here. So now we have
Vitality's been underwhelming, I guess, with how good they should have been.
Capability.
To have some good players that have good coaching staff.
Where do you think we're going to start seeing that difference being made? Is it, you know, on
do I prefer Breach or Sky? Sky every single day. I think Sky's outrageous. I think Sky, I think Breach is probably better for like ranked and stuff. I mean, yeah, maybe. But I just think that, again, it's map dependent for sure, but I just think Sky is incredible.
Makes it a little difficult to try and recover this. Sender still has a snake bite to try and buy some time here with the nano swarm as well. So
util right now from Vitality is really, really strong.
Lots of stall coming out from Vitality here.
Just making this just a strong choke point.
Yeah, it could be a very last-minute pivot, maybe back towards B, depending on how they feel. It has that enables Bone Cold to close the gap. Oh,
nicely done. I tell you what, Bone Cold got a lot on the ecos. He's stacking them up. He's 2 away. Yampy needs to die here as well. In terms of the 2 ults that are up, it's very nice for Vitality. We're close to a raise, close to a fade. Look at the money, 6k, 6k. We've got 3 people that are basically on 6k. Jed is on a boat. What's up, dude? Thank you so much with the Prime 4 months. Appreciate all your support, mate. Thank you for your Prime on me. Chat. Oh, you're doing it, chat. Well done. Everyone knows what to do now. We love that. 4 months. Okay, we get into the first buy. Took us a little bit longer, but we're here. First buy coming in. Yampy has his ult. No one else has his ult but Bone Cold. Like we said, 2 away.
So they've gone for
Smoke, Prowler, clearing all of A. Holding it down with 1, 2. Maybe this will be a rotate. Bone Cold just making sure that he gets his ult before he rotates. One person set up over towards A. This is very nice at the moment. And they have this as well. Damn.
Let's see if he's able to kind of play his life in this sort of position.
Viper v Viper duel on A at the moment.
Okay, gets away. Liquid just comfortably using utility early here.
It's a nice bit of information.
Careful now.
Brave.
Viper v Viper duel won by Sender.
Removes the lurk here from Liquid. Red card.
Yeah, and they put the eye deep. The eye checks out all of this. One person holding might even go a little bit aggro once he hears all of this. There's 3 people here. Still have Razor. Still have Omen Flash.
Control here on the side of Liquid.
Jesus, they Omen Flash and Razor, Raze Nade is what I meant at the same time. Not the Razor.
That's the first call.
My bad.
There it goes. Yampy's now gone. That removes the huge ult from the pocket that they may have been able to utilize here. And now the side becomes once again so small. Vitality, stranglehold until then.
It's a nice try from Redgar. Did a little bit of damage that needed to happen to kind of slowly chip away at this money. Bone Cold got his ult. Sender on his way to his ult now. And the money's outrageous though. 3,000 for everyone. But an armory by probably. 2 guns. Yeah, it's devastating start. Sender did great. 1 out 2 1v1s.
He retrieves the spike. He's the last one through, but eventually the last to fall. So
be honest, was the Reyna comp better? In my personal opinion, I prefer the Reyna comp just because of the Killjoy.
Got to be conscious of that. If Vitality have the awareness,
that's a very hot take, chat. Very hot take. I'll put that out right now.
Liquid's early positioning, or even actually the setup ahead of an execute.
So I think you shouldn't take that as any kind of golden thing, golden rule or whatever. Like it's pretty bold, but I just hate the no Killjoy in this map. I think it's the most needed Killjoy map, really. Slord 24 with the Prime, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. 2 months in the Slug Club. Okay, in terms of this one, Liquid managed to get another buyout because they buy light armor. So, and the loss bonus is good. It's on 2-9. And look at this shutdown. Like Redguard just goes in, but he just takes so much damage. They can just get shot through the wall. The mollies are still here. They're timing it a little bit wrong. Big shutdown. Ult's used as well to make sure they can keep the economy really good. Important round, knowing that if they win it, they have to force them down to an eco. Vitality are looking great right now. That second round changed everything. Yep, this is a bit of a nightmare.
There it is.
The awkward silence, but yeah, the awareness is here, and hopefully this is something that's addressed.
I'm like the biggest Cypher hater on this map, so who did it good? Someone did it good.
Yes.
Chat, someone in Pacific did it good, and I said it was alright. Forsaken, yeah. PaperX did the. If you wanna run a Cypher on this map, go look at the PaperX game. PaperX actually did it pretty well, and I was like, this isn't complete crap when I saw that. But I'd still want a Killjoy.
I wonder what the adaptation of Liquid is.
It's also kind of the perfect storm, right? You find the pick on the lurk on the other extremity where you then have the Killjoy set up on the opposite side of the map. Your hand is forced. Nats falls there. They have to try and catch
CFM Cypher. Were they the one with the double one-ways at C?
Along with a poison orb and snake bites, and then 2 bodies on site.
I think they had some cool C setups with the cameras and stuff.
Levels of impossible to try and navigate around. You're hoping for just like a lucky dice roll at that point, and it's not going to happen. So now let's see what's in the cookbook. What do they have planned for us here? Because that is a problem they're going to have to try and work around. They've got a little bit of cash to maybe get a couple of upgraded pistols, but not a great deal.
King had some cool setups as well. Oh, the double cage. The double cage setup was cool. They had a cool, yeah, Genji had a cool setup over towards A as well, with a double cage like blocking here. Reminded me a bit of like Sea Haven. That was kind of cool. But even with all those setups, I still hate it.
It's pretty low, I'll be honest.
But there is some nice setups out there if you want to try it.
Now you can see the setup that's in motion here. That Prowler comes in. Good trade.
Just the straight up info and the straight up hard denial for me is too strong. Okay. We have the timeout going in. That's the spike.
Yeah, they can start really applying the pressure on the rotations too. They can pull the bodies over, make it hard to work. Destrian seeming to keep cool under all of this strain. He's got Bone Cold there, and they're just playing aim training here. Vitality. Oh, safe. Come on then, show me what you got.
Oh.
46
boss.
HP. Didn't. If that had gone around the corner, that could have been another.
Oh.
And now down so low. That's not going to be happening. No,
At least he
Molsey's
did
there,
some
yes.
damage, but
A
like
little
we
bit of
said,
mayhem,
the
a little bit of
money's just
threat, but
outrageous.
Loads of money in the bank for Vitality. They
Yep.
can rebuy these weapons. That's not a problem. Now we need to find Liquid to find the cure to this.
Well, I'm curious if this being the round out of the timeout is a little bit of posturing from Liquid to stack bodies up, almost baiting Vitality. Yeah, we're going to be here now. And we're going to try and reinforce Nats' position early on. See what the response is from Vitality, actually, whether or not they even really pay any respect to that.
Killjoy over Viper if I could only have one. Oh man, I wouldn't want to only have one, but yeah, I guess so.
Initially, but the buy round is really what we're going to look towards here.
Nats is on his own again. Let's see if he's adjusted how he's approaching this. For now, it's a bit of a pacier approach, but safe.
Damn, the fast kills are not here for Liquid today.
Great job so far. I can't credit them enough on this. I'm a little bit curious as to if this is Liquid not feeling very comfortable on this map still.
We saw the Nats duel, the safe duel, both on big buy rounds. The first kills, yeah, they've been down to 1-on-1 sometimes, and Vitality just win them at the moment.
They are coming up to about 60 seconds left on the clock.
No progress.
Haven't dealt with the turret towards B. Haven't even got close to the Killjoy setup on C site either. I'll say that, Molsey actually going to retract the alarm bot, so not anticipating Liquid drifting back in that direction.
Yeah, I think just Soulcast just showing a little bit of utility then, trying to kind of imply presence with Nats. At least it caused them to drift, but...
Twisting all over it. Read that one.
This feels
read that one like a book. They play a C retake. We look at Liquid here. 3v5. They use a breach all into it. Picture in picture of the same thing. Observers. Observers.
This is not the round to be missing.
Oh no.
It's now down to the 2v2. Finally, the first real chance for Liquid in a moment's time, but it's Molsey intended to hold the line. Here comes a pinch, and it's there. Sender.
It's like I'm watching Overwatch or something.
Timing on towards Nats. And Liquid making a meal of it.
And the foul line, I think, actually from Yampi is perfectly timed there. Soulcast picks up 2 kills, I believe.
Didn't work well. In terms of what happened there, you got 1 observer, 2 observer. One's fast pass and 1 second passing. Let's watch the replays.
I feel like with this one-man fake towards B, Liquid almost need the timing as this is happening. Like when Redguard dies, that almost needs to be like, okay, cool, or at least we've guaranteed a safe setup towards the post plant.
Damn, they still lost. I mean, Dom did great here.
Yeah, we did just catch
it's unlucky. 3v5 nearly worked out. Yeah, in terms of it, you got 2 observers, right? One's fast passing, 1's second pass, and you have a switch going in between them. They must have just forgot to push the switch to put it to the other pass and basically stuck on second pass, and they thought it was fast. 2 different observers, 1 person in charge. That's all that happened.
However, into this one, not too much subtlety about it, but a different look here.
Replay guy saving us once again. Shout out to him.
Rounds. A lot of intent behind this pressure on towards 8.
Safe does have the showstopper, but no satchels now.
Jacob, I'm not on the first name basis. Maybe one day.
Molsey does actually have the lockdown available here as well. Information gathered on the back of Destrian's TP as well.
But does it change anything?
I'm not sure how many he spotted actually. Obviously would have been shot, but
good damage. This is my favorite Viper wall for sure. It's just so strong over towards door. It really is. It means you get no information once you open door. You haven't enough. Why did Vitality look crazy prepped at the moment? That's a massive kill. That makes this one slightly doable, but are they going to expect the second pass in here? Yes, they will, because they saw the tether now. Whoa.
Twiston coming alive here on the B side. You don't get past him, and
whoa, okay. Well,
nicely
done from Twiston. Looked sick there. Insta snaps to the head. Jeez. 7-1. Chat, where's Desp? We're haunted. What's going on here? Every single game we get 7-1s.
I mean, yeah, this is just dissected by Twiston on the way back in.
Nice, Mister.
Beautiful stuff so far from Vitality, I've got to be honest. Yes. Liquid feeling a little flat, I'll be honest.
Yep.
It's very different to the last game we saw them play on Lotus, obviously.
Probably that lack of Reyna that's holding them back.
Yeah.
You know? Judges, excuse me, Bucky's and bits and pieces coming out. And again, Nats is going down. Nats has been bullied this game.
Yeah.
He has been targeted and he has been
Double Bucky strat.
destroyed so many rounds here. Now there is a plant.
Stealing the
effect,
team
but
secret.
They still don't have much to hold on to this with. They need a couple of kills to go their way. Maybe a big bailout from Soulcast could help, but that ult certainly not going to assist matters.
Okay.
That's lovely. Does he expect the follow-up? He does.
Ooh.
Very diligent and a good tag. Yeah, making this one seem feasible. He needs the rest to do their job as well, though it can't just be down to him. He needs the others to hold the line. And now Redgar and Safe, what can you do here?
Ooh,
Morziel, but
1v1.
too aware. And Destrian now, the last one standing in the 1v1.
36 HP.
Gets a little closer. A tap.
Yeah, nice reposition from him.
Precarious. Gets it halfway. Does he find Safe in time?
Nicely done. The double Bucky strat works out. The team secret special go into a B site. Again, they normally do it on Haven. They go into B site on Lotus. Double Bucky. Very, very nice. Good low buy from them.
One off the Rolling Thunder, a couple of other ultimates to play with. Yeah, the awareness here, for, even thinking about the previous one.
Soulcast did great again.
The lockdown being available. Again, Vitality are trying to force them towards one of these site anchors, either towards the Viper or towards the Killjoy setup. I mean, the only remaining option there is ultimately go towards B site here,
boy.
Pacey here and Safe.
Yeah, that's fast.
Yeah, we'll find the opener,
That's
though.
fast, and they catch him off.
Good for that one, but it's twisted on the
4v5
outside. He's
into
got
this.
his ult, so
Vitality
be careful,
have a
do not
lot of
stack up,
ults.
'cause he will
Do they want to
obliterate
use them in the
so many of them, as
4v5?
he did on that B side not long
They don't
ago.
know he's here.
His timing on this could be everything. Twiston getting closer. Redgar gonna find one. It's messy on the first, but the second could be clinical. It is! Twiston doing great deals of damage there, taking down two and making this round almost possible.
Nats is having a nightmare at the moment.
How much can you achieve?
Nats is
Yeah,
really
Safe
having a
and
nightmare.
Redgar. No spike down yet. They're
Managed to
still
win out the
cautious.
trades,
They're
though.
still
They
worried
take
about
that.
everything else and the timing on this. When does Yampi check? How close can they get before they even look back one more time? And now they're creeping. The timing could be everything.
No
here.
spike
They're
down
closing
yet.
the gap. Redgar, a safe enough plant for this.
Double
Might get
contact
all the way
walk.
back
Nice
down to
jump
the
spot.
Safe now knows what the game plan is, and they should all
But they
turn,
only
and
spotted
should all
one
be
with it.
facing this one. But Bone Cold get a little closer here. Has the utility. Sender's going to
Whoa,
get him a kill.
whoa, whoa.
Oh, Bone Cold needs a little more than this. Everything being poured into it now. Backs away while stunned up, trying to buy a couple of seconds to readjust. He knows the player. He gets
5
the
HP
kill.
for
He
Safe.
knows where Safe is. And look at the HP. He's down to 5.
Whoa.
He gambled it. He
Safe
took a
again
guess,
with another
and the
one.
guess was
Back-to-back
wrong.
1v1s.
Safe stays alive, and Liquid make it up to 3.
Oh my goodness. So close these rounds.
By the finest of margins. Bone Cold actually gets the reveal on both of the remaining players.
Oh, the stun hit him before he TP'd. That was nice.
Destrian caught with the fault line just as he's committed to this TP.
Reshowing this one.
Here where Twiston finds
Damn, how much can we cram into one replay?
Again, the paranoia of somebody
Everything.
rapping towards backside here.
7-3 though. This is still a lot of work to do, and Twiston this time not going to let Safe have his same
Okay,
sort of fun
yeah,
as before,
so-
trying to get even closer.
Damn, nice. And the flash hits the smoke, so it doesn't manage to get
They're
him.
not even getting a say into this round.
Nicely done from Vitality. Pretty much go for a similar thing. Just a different variation of it. Just a straight up, just heavy shutdown of C. I will just also say that this is a very strong scoreline, but this comp has no flashes, so you can definitely do something similar if you're Team Liquid on defense.
A ton of utility invested here just to get them towards the orb.
This might be one of those games that is actually like
Even
defense sided for
It's a
each.
3v5. Nats does have the Viper's Pit. Again, Showstop on the other side as well, so don't really want to be putting that into C site. Lots of confined spaces here to find value from that ultimate. Again, here in round 11, look at the funds. Might even want to try and save this, to be honest. There's 30 seconds left. Unless they find 2 kills, this is not feasible for Liquid.
No, they're going on it, and Redgar just took a load of damage. Swing, miss, Destrian there, and they're just feeding over
Nicely
the
done
weapons.
from
Mike.
Vitality. Good shutdown over towards C. Got the advantage, and then 3-person stack here. Full information again over towards A. Vitality are doing good at having info over towards A. It feels like ever since Nats lost that 1v1, they kind of 5-manned a lot. and they haven't been able to kind of just lock out over towards A and get much info, which means that Vitality can just kind of stack real heavy onto these sites.
Vitality have so many different looks that just
Okay, last round, potential curse. Twistin gets the Odin out, and we can't even get a full buy out in terms of Liquid. Lord of ults here though, chat. It's going to be wild.
Spam coming out, Twistin, going to see one at least closing in, so he has to respect this. Safe's a little closer than he'd like, going to pop the ult and try and chase him down. Doesn't get what he needs either. Still standing, Twistin. He's going back in, and they have no idea either. They can't even hear it.
Oh my god.
Has annihilated them.
Fade ult was really nice. The -80 AoE to everyone. Oh Jesus, the combos, combos on combos.
This is unthinkable.
The fade raise coming in huge.
Give it to him.
Ult combos, then Teva nade combo.
Can he get it though, Nats?
The -80 just coming in huge.
Now's the time to try and do it.
Oh boy.
Bloody hell, what a round. Nats
how are you meant to get this ult? I mean, how are you meant to get this spike? Especially when that happens. But you know they're probably going to be trying to have view of this, so you could potentially get a spam.
Twistin's gambled, and it looks like he's gambled.
Okay, nicely done from Twistin. Huge. We'll get him out. Little ace for this guy.
What a half. We're saying Liquid managed 3 last time.
Get the ace, we show the card.
Again here. Vitality being the kryptonite here on Lotus. But playing with such confidence, again, some of the adjustments you look towards, if Nats is being isolated and punished in this lurking position, the awareness has to be there that you have.
Yeah, this was a really good fade ult.
For flank control, or at least any real ability to.
And I saw, I think it was Nismo was saying that maybe he could have used the fade ult in the 1v1 against Safe. Might have secured him that, but at least we saw something decent with it.
The first half of first clutch, right?
That was not competitive.
Compared to my expectations, but I do hear word we have Leo down on stage standing by with the Insu.
Okay.
We do indeed, Pansy. I'm joined by Leo Farrier.
Mate, Leo's everywhere. This guy travels non-stop.
Welcome to the best region, by the way. It's really nice to have you here. What do you make of the Coliseum?
Look, I've been watching this show on broadcast for several weeks now, but being here is incredible. The studio looks great. The arena is beautiful. I can barely hear myself right now with these fans, but it's very nice. Very, very, very happy to be here.
Oh yeah, they're always here. They're going to be here all night. Now, the partnership system, you know, in Valorant, when it was announced, I think everybody wasn't sure what to expect. I think as we come to the end of the season here for the first year, I've absolutely loved it. What did you make of it?
It's been amazing. I think in a lot of ways, seeing these teams playing week in and week out, and kind of having the opportunity to build a story and a narrative and rivalries, seeing pros building their personalities over the season has been incredible. And you know, it's just the first year. We're definitely going to learn from this year and improve things for Season 2 in 2024.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. And lastly, we saw the trophy today for Masters Tokyo. Anything else that you can lead, you know, to get us a little bit more hyped about Masters?
So look, Masters is going to be incredible. We could not be more excited. As you can see from the trophy, we're taking a lot of inspiration from Japan, from Japanese culture. You can definitely expect some things inspired by anime. The trophy had, of course, some elements from Yoru. So it's going to be a really, really great show, and I cannot wait.
I can't wait either. Thank you so much, Leo, for joining me. I'm going to throw this back to Pansy and Hypok and see if these teams can get close to that trophy.
Thank you so much. Always lovely to hear from Leo and Sue down there. A little bit of a glimpse of what's ahead. Obviously, you get to see the trophy today?
I did.
Looks quite cool.
One of the best ones yet, I'm going to be honest.
Look, after seeing another trophy recently, that one really looks much better.
Yeah, no clue what you're talking about.
But no, it looks really cool.
Reference.
No, but someone did say it looks... No, you know what? Okay. You know what? I'll save it.
Second half.
Second half now, 9-3.
Des, what the hell are you doing? Get that out of here.
This hopefully then leads to a competitive series, because you're right, actually. This first half
okay, we started off pistol, coming in 9-3.
As it looks like again,
9-3. Liquid have to win a pistol. We have a straight on shutdown over towards C, instant reaction over towards A. Got another Viper V, Viper duel. And the flank is on. Is the turret looking in the right direction? Again, you can have a turret that does this. Yes, it is. Good turret.
I think he's just lost a little bit of that timing. Should be able to get a plant though, and start kind of falling into the post-plant mentality. And he does at least get the angle initially, so he can kind of control this. And does he?
They're going to drop it.
Oh boy.
They're gonna go for the nutmeg.
Wow.
Straight on through.
Sender
That's
is winning the
nothing to do
Viproff,
but
I'm
die
telling
in
you.
that.
The head-to-head there is
Little bit
not
of
pretty.
bittersweet vengeance for those who fall into Nats doing
Wow.
similar
Mosley
things.
can't
This
see
is
anything.
just-
Yeah, that's a
Mosley's
nice
blind.
one.
He's
It's a
been in
nice
this boat all
smoke.
his life. So
It's a
at least
really
keep
nice
it
smoke
up
to
the
deal
time.
with
Keep
that.
it in mind.
No
It's
way.
offside.
No. Okay, the
Check
shot's
tree,
aren't there.
right?
Oh my
Luckily,
goodness.
though, safe as a monster, turns around, takes him down, removes Sender. It gets back to business. Until then,
No.
oh, Destrian, come off it. No way.
Holy, okay, the 1v3 nearly doable for Destrian. Liquid
Just
do
outsaving that
win
round
out
from
the
going
pistol,
and becoming an
and that's
absolute
step one.
nightmare.
Again, they need to win either the bonus or the buy afterwards for me to be a full believer. But again, Vitality, they have no flashes, so we'll see how Liquid are going to approach that. That is the weakness of this comp for sure. How are they going to approach it?
The same upset from the first half.
Bone Cold's going to feel a little bit guarded there. Could have won
It
this.
took Safe for a minute as well to actually clock on to where that kill came from.
Well, if Destrian didn't
3
take that little
bullets
bit
for
extra
that.
damage, he
Yeah,
might have been able to have
yeah.
a fight on that, but
Let's go!
oof.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he knows he was that close. Like, a little bit more, I could have done something with that. 9-4 now. Okay. Now, Liquid might be having nightmares about this round. Remember what happened in round 2 first half. That was a big turn of events that kind of seemed to stain the rest of the half. For now, though, let's see what these Sheriffs can do for Vitality.
Well, 2 Sheriffs, 2 Ghosts, and actually a scope in the hands of Sender, so definitely an opportunity here.
We're pretty close already.
Trying to isolate a player here. Nats actually finds Bone Cold on the other side of the map. Again, with all this contact, this pressure, all these sound cues towards A, I don't think Liquid are going to rotate off this. Should
They're going to have to get a plant down.
potentially 3 players. Give this up for a retake once again.
So does the plant go down cleanly? More than likely, don't think much is going to change that outcome. Trying to play quick to the plant, though they do catch Molesy. That's him now gone. Okay, 3 players to try and be a nuisance, be a problem, force Liquid to be uncomfortable. As it stands, though, Destrian already stunned up, has to sit a little bit deeper. Soulcast on the cleanup. This is nice from Liquid. This is much better. Destrian's still going to do some damage as a send up, but anything more than this is getting incredibly difficult. Diffuse is
What?
Come on, Sender. Diffuse still going to be sat though. He can't make any more difference, but what's an attempt?
A ton of damage.
How on earth
Bean
did
as well
that
with the
one
plant
hit?
coming through, a little bit of a bonus on
Nice
top.
damage. Really good damage in the end tail. They
I was
brought
gonna say,
3
I'm curious
rifles
actually of
into
how
it
Liquid
and
are gonna
managed
play this
to
out. They're
only
gonna
hold on
pass.
to 2. So that was great.
A
That was the
rifle
extra
across
kill they
here,
needed to
maybe
get rid
even
of a
just run
rifle.
with the 2. Get difference being in the
It's one of the
first half, I
craziest shots
think
we've
they're
seen so
aware
far,
that
to be
they
honest,
came
that
in
one.
Maybe 2 rifles and 1
Fair
Spectre.
play.
I can't remember exactly, but this time around, the full investment in the second, yeah, they actually force up here.
Oh.
2-0 in terms of pistols? Oh yeah. That is very, very true. Liquid won both pistols. Okay.
Early show of
Hypox said it.
force
They forced into this one. This is massive.
seemed
You
to
know
lie
that step
outside,
2 I was
now
talking
Molesy.
about? This is it. And I thought they were going to have the
Swing onto it.
second round to be able to do it, but this
And he
is
went
all
back
the
for
more
I thought Molesy would be happy just
important.
keeping his life, but apparently the greed got to him.
Beautiful little bait, though.
Yeah, that was kind of
The
nice.
deeper position, just shouldering that angle. Yampi's playing close to be able to swing on it. We'll remove Molesy here.
Create loads of pressure, and again, this is the thing that it struggles at, right? When you create this pressure over towards A, it's very, very hard, especially with this combo that they're doing with the Viper. Like, it's really hard for them to get information. There's a window where they could have got over towards here, so they got to use util for that. And there's obviously they can be here and here as well. So all those question marks are very hard to clear with just a fade. You saw a Prowler go out this way, you saw an Eye go out here, and they're still scared of this one question mark that's left.
Yeah, he's lost the advantage early on, but the
Doing
support
good at the
system's going
moment,
quite
though.
well there. Hindered some of the progress from Vitality, so they can't springboard
Pivot
off the
into
back of
B,
it.
2
They look
people here.
towards B. The next
Safe
port of
does
call.
get his
Safe,
molly off,
careful.
nearly dies for it, but it is
Gotta be
so
cautious
worth.
here. And
Yeah,
they're
it changes the
doubling back,
timing.
double pump
Trying to
towards
really
it.
play around with the
Destrian
rotates.
Doesn't necessarily have information here. And
That was a
Soulcat's actually
huge
gonna
kill.
punish him.
Nice combo.
A
Damn.
massive combo, though.
Insane combo, all 3
He
of them
just ate
together. Still hard to
everything
get
that
a
was thrown
plant here.
towards the site. 10 seconds now, they've got to make their move.
Soulcast
They've gotta
safe
make it
low.
count. Get that spike down, and it's a brawl towards the connector, and now just 1 alive and safe. 7 HP caught, found, and put down. Sender, great round there.
Was that the snake bite, the C's, and the paint shell
yeah.
to find Nats? Yeah, and Yampi did actually just spot him on the retreat back here as well.
Sit down! I'm dead.
Yeah, but then...
I'm dead.
But then, boss, then this happened.
I must sit down.
Damn it, that's how he got all those kills?
What a cleanup from Sender.
That was such a huge round. Mate, Sender's been having an absolute banger. 15 to 5. He's hardly got any deaths. With 16 rounds and he has 5
Throughout this
deaths.
season, he's definitely been... okay. Was that on the jump peak?
It looks kind of like it.
Okay,
Nats is pushing
yeah,
close
that
under
looks like a strong kill as well. There goes your smoker. There goes your smoker against the no flash comp.
Nat swings on. Will be noted here. Destiny's going to relay this information.
That's quite underwhelming, but it's the
I
other
mean,
three who's got weapons.
Yeah,
I
tried
think.
to set him in motion with the fault line, but again, it's a ghost. Nats has got to go
bananas to
nuclear.
make that work. Yeah, it's
find
like
those 2
just
kills.
start beaming people. With
So yeah,
the
round
golden
before was
gun.
the all-important one in terms of the money.
Light work on
Safe
one,
needs
aim
to
training
try
on
and
the
pull
second
something out of
fails.
the bag
And
here.
now Twisten's got an opportunity. Yampi and Soulcast, the others try and hold this. Keep in mind, Yampi's still on that B site, so it's really just down to Soulcast, who doesn't have exactly the weaponry for this. And he's been predicted. Twiston all too aware of what you want to be doing. And the plant going to come in. Yampi with so much work to do. So many players trying to disrupt, and I just don't see it happening here. This should be 11, Mike.
Yampi probably wants to try and do a little chip damage here. I mean, Molesy, Sender.
Yeah, this one is very rough. We get another buy run for Liquid, but this one's looking pretty much done, especially when you factor in the fact, when you literally factor in the fact that Liquid won both pistols, this is annihilation.
Vitality's just not giving anything away at all.
Twiston flew on in, a 1-for-1 trade out in the end, but the round for Vitality, and this is when it gets a little bit worrying if you're a Liquid fan, at least on this map. It's been worrying for a while, if we're being honest, but they've made it to 11. And
Yeah, I can turn upside up at it.
Yeah, okay. I thought maybe Redgar's like trying to jump peek, doing a rhyme over there outside C site, but no.
Nope, just dead. Just straight up dead. Okay, what do Liquid have in this round? Because they kind of need to do something with this, right?
I mean, some ults to work off.
Big ults.
Soulcast 2 away, Nats 3 off the pit as well. And almost with this deficit though, I want to see a massive investment.
Yeah,
here,
and it's a
'cause
nice default. Again, I'm a big fan of util, especially when you are using the fade. Going like the eye going into this corner works a little bit like Haven over towards long A. When you do the recon in the corner, you can only shoot it if you're past these points, right? So you get good information when this eye doesn't get shot, that you're just safe to get out here.
Vitality's starting to take that territory, but look
It's
at the
very,
reaction.
very
They've
nice. In
got
terms of
4
this round,
players
it's
to look at this way.
everything. Absolutely
And there's
everything
the
for
ult on the other
Liquid.
side as well.
They
Sends
do
that,
get a
and it's gonna be
trade,
1-for-1
but they
trade out.
lost
Hold
a
on.
little bit
If
of
Boko
HP
can
over
keep
towards
tipping the
safe
scales
here.
his side, that'd be huge, but he can't. I'm looking at the lurk now as well from Molesy, potentially to catch the timing. No,
got
already
info, though.
filled.
We'll hear these steps, Lauren.
He should do, yeah, actually. Do they clear this as diligently as
Oh,
they'd
boy.
like? He's heads up towards this Molesy. Great shot on one. Oh, didn't expect the second.
Okay, nice trade.
Redgar with a swift punisher, maybe
Instant
an
ult in.
opportunity, a chance.
Destrin gets some
It all
info.
falls down to the
Nats
likes of
might have
Nats.
very good
This is how
timing
he's
with
gonna
this.
Try and hold on to it. Let's see.
Nicely done.
Good for one. Holds him at the gate, at the door. He wants to
And
spam
again, this is what
further.
this
He
comp
wants
struggles
more. He's
through,
gonna
because
get
no
more.
flashes,
He
you
gets
just
the
gotta
ball,
send it
but
in
he
like this.
tries
Doesn't
to
hear the flash
TP.
because he's spamming the
Destrin
Odin.
gets under him.
Sorry, doesn't
And
hear
now
the
1v2
TP because he's
with
spamming the
30
Odin.
seconds remaining. Destrin, that's
Oh.
bold. Up towards the side, tap on the spike. Does he get the
Whoa.
attention? Yes, he does. But did he see the other
No,
player?
he doesn't win like this, does
I don't
he?
know if Redgar showed enough, and Redgar's not been having a series. This could be Destrian's already down low. He wants the plant, he wants the time on his side, or at least to kind of make him feel like that's the case. Third time of asking. Now the plant's going down, and the 1v1, Omen v Omen, Destrian.
Oh, he's
the
all
angle
over
working
him. What an
good, he's found
insane
him.
clutch.
A massive round of Vitality,
What an
and
insane
Destrian
clutch.
again having an
That's, yeah,
absolute
that one
series.
is.
Destrian TPs and is blocked by the huge
That one's
weapon
mad.
model of the Odin.
Liquid
It's
cannot
just
catch a break at the moment.
ridiculous.
Losing a lot of rounds they shouldn't be losing.
Great cleanup though.
1v3.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, that one's outrageous.
Arrived. Again, this TP is huge as well. The
Yeah,
fact
that
that he actually
TP was
gets
great
tucked in
though.
that is
Like
quite
both the
tight, yeah.
TPs were
I
great,
didn't even make it
honestly.
that far. I thought he was going to be open towards that connector side.
I think with the sound cue
Calm
as well,
with
they
it.
may be thinking, yeah, he's TP'd safe back out.
Wind
of-
in his hair 3. What's up,
of
Wind
C
in his hair? How
altogether
you doing?
towards Mound,
Thank you, thank you.
can
3
see
months in the
there, it
Slug
was a
Club.
safer
Appreciate you
swing
using Prime on me.
through, or was it so- I can't even remember, but
Thank you
first
for that,
player
mate.
swings ahead of Redgar. No awareness he's going to get peaked on that side of pillar.
Thank you so much. Well, 7
Feels like a lost
chances.
game for
Liquid have
I don't
5
think
rounds.
they have
2
any.
of them were a
I think
pistol.
I think with
Depth
the nature of the first half, this
Maybe
felt lost
after
then,
this
to
one
be
they
honest.
consider putting a Killjoy in their comp. Who knows?
Considering when we look at the
Who
head-to-head
knows what
result,
it's
you can
gonna
talk about,
take.
yeah, well, you know, Vitality already did this once. Of course they could do it again.
Would a
Come
Killjoy
on.
have stopped
That was
any
the
of
first
this?
week of this, you know, the entire
Probably
season.
not.
Liquid looked very different then. They've
Might-
grown in time. They've
Might
put
have,
up
but
good
I don't think so.
performances.
Don't think we can put it
And
all
it's like
down to that.
Vitality kind of started to maybe plateau a little.
Does feel
towards
like
the
they're
end.
getting a
Teams
little
started
bit
to really
diffed in
work
terms
for
of
now a bit
angels
here.
and stuff like
But
that
they're
as well.
revitalised, and this map beat
Luckpo
was
Man,
worked very well for them.
Luckpo Man as well with the Prime chat. New member of the Slug Club. Blah, blah. Slug
some
Club.
key ultimates
Luckpo
available
Man.
here for
Welcome in,
Liquid.
mate. Thank you for doing that. Thanks for your
They
Prime.
need to string something together, and like I said,
Yeah, if you
even
do
in the
look at a lot of
previous-
this, a lot of it has been clutch rounds
The possibility of
and
breaking the bank
just
of
straight up
Vitality
duels
here
as
is
well. It's
still
been going the way of
another buy
Vitality.
round or 2 away.
So they're looking great at the moment.
Deep utility invested here to force Vitality back. There's 4 Guardians for Liquid.
Soulcast is on 1
Soulcast
HP from
already
those
down
spams.
to 1 HP.
Jesus.
Have I told you about that 1 HP Soulcast clutch though against Matt Point? It's crazy. Where'd you see it?
Oh
Safe
man,
position,
why is this pause
been
just
cleared.
unbelievable?
So maybe
It's
a
so
chance.
good.
Yeah,
It's
for
actually
one.
so good. Oh, he
Needs
gets
a little more,
he's hit by
gets
the
a
eye.
little more, safe with 2.
He's hit
Forced
by
to
the
go
eye.
into
How's he killing
three
everyone?
and still wins.
It's incredible.
Still, the 1 HP curse continues to the next player. He's down to 1, but he made good on that position.
Another 1 HP.
Oh, that's kind of just. Wolsey will find it. So 2v3 now.
Yeah, 2v4 into a
Just try and
2v3.
recover
A
this
little bit
spike,
worried.
though.
Killer Max, what's up, dude?
Oh, no,
Killer
well,
Max
at
with the
least
2
land
months.
anti-Gambit,
Thank you,
but
thank you.
Safe
Thanks for
and
using
still
Prime as well,
slam
mate.
onto this.
Not with that HP, he can't. And now it's down to 1.
2v... Okay, we're on 1v1.
Well, do you remember this 1v1?
Yeah, we're back. We're back. It's
Remind me.
redemption. It's redemption or the same thing. Oh
Redgar's actually anticipating.
my god.
Destrian going
It's
to
his
get the
ult.
AWP here for the TP.
Redgar on top of it.
I mean, Redgar will be close enough to hear the plant here.
Wait. Okay.
It's another round. Destrian 1v1 once again with Redgar.
Oh, Destron gets
This
close
time
on
with
this
the ball on the
angle.
line.
Oh boy.
Redgar under-equipped, but maybe ready.
Nicely done
and
from
he is.
Redgar.
Redgar, great.
Managed to
work
get a
on
bit of
play back in.
redemption.
Gonna keep Liquid
We'll
alive
slow
for
count
another
this
goal,
down.
I think.
7
Well, yeah,
chances
keep
to
him
6
alive, but
chances.
Barely.
Yeah,
One
45
standing.
HP. 1 shot
Redgar
away.
even tagged up here, so him being the last alive, no possibility of even throwing a weapon across. I think he's got to repurchase this armor, whether it be a light shield. I'm curious now. I've actually. Yes, they managed to get the Guardians online here, but the sacrifice of utility, I feel here. This is ridiculous, by the way. Twistin even forces him out with that satchel. Safe still lands that headshot. Well, Destrian even, I feel like he had the jump there on Redgar.
Yeah.
Lands the first shot at least.
Yeah, he did get pretty...
I mean, actually, the utility is much better than I thought it was going to be coming into this.
Destrian.
Whoa.
Yeah, looked very.
Redgar bided his time with that one. Heard him jump spot, heard him jump spot, then took the peek. Each jump spot felt like it got wider and wider.
Vitality, but they have to respect these ults. Force them away from the sides. The plant's looking very likely.
They do put the ult into it. They put all these ults into it. They're going for it.
Careful now. Should we get that
Ults are out here. We're in the 4v5. They invest them.
Actually, I was going to say, if the paint
Plant
shot comes through with
just
a combo,
goes down.
it absolutely does. Bone
It's a
Cold
nice combo though.
will instantly fall. Viper's Pit in response here, but
And
the
the
lockdown.
Damn it, everything.
this is
Everything's
obscene.
happening.
This is just messy. This is just shorties in the hand. And what do they see? Yappy gonna spot one, but the trade
Again,
out comes in from Sender.
if anyone
Down to
see
two,
my,
Sender and Molsey. Trying to
short
hold them
about
back
buying
here. Team Liquid
shorties
have a couple
against
more seconds to
Viper ults.
respect and- What?
Um,
Redgar, what's going on, man? That's not what you want to be seeing. And now Sender and Molsey get to take a couple more steps closer, trying to get themselves entrenched here. The angle fantastic, and not the 2v4 loss. This ain't how it's going to go down. Nat's still alive, still trying to do work, but it is not
Okay,
enough.
they annihilated him.
Map one to
Let's
Vitality,
be
and it
fully
looked
honest.
damn
It was
good.
annihilation. Liquid got 2 pistols.
Yeah, a little bemused by that. Again, with the previous result, there's
Maybe a little bit nervous
the Giants composition we saw from Liquid,
on,
but
on
even
some
then,
of those rounds that we saw.
it felt like a real lack of awareness.
Nicely done from Vitality, though, especially in the clutches. Jesus. They won all the clutches. They won all the rounds that they shouldn't have been winning. It would actually be interesting to kind of look at some of the first kills there. Because although it's like really lopsided and Vitality will be winning out on the first kills, it felt like Liquid had so many first kills and they lost rounds.
I'd love to know the stats actually on the number of first deaths and actually the conversion there. The desk have been tracking that, but that was ridiculous from Vitality.
Yeah, that was kind of peak Vitality we've just seen. So I do wonder
Yeah,
though,
that's
if they
the
can
best
then
we've
go
seen
the distance,
Vitality
right?
look
Do
at
they have a
Lotus,
map
in my
that
opinion.
certainly caught our attention and the desk. So we'll have to see if that does come back to haunt Liquid here, as that is their really biggest chance that they have of any opportunity to make it to map 3. I'm a little worried now. I'm a little interested. Let's find out after the break.
Let's go.
EMEA, I need to see some confidence. You got some games soon.
Nice, mister. Nice.
Right, Bind is the next map. Predictions are up. You can get involved. Gonna win, don't worry. Love that. Love that from you. Okay. Yeah, get involved in the predictions if you want to.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Zero distraction. Zero doubt. Zero opposition.
Usually when I see a target, I won't miss. I try to find weaknesses wherever they are and just game by game try to pick up on anything I can. So this training course is a way for me to really showcase and demonstrate all the questions you guys have been asking, how to get better aim, and it really enables me to answer a lot more and kind of expand on the first video I made like so long ago about Valorant fundamentals.
Do you remember when we talked about how a Sentinel is a great feature on a map like this? Well, 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 who could have thought that this is absolutely true? Because let's say it like this, Vitality Part Liquid witnessed that on their attacking side quite heavily. I'm going to show you a few nice tracers that pretty much show us that. So let's take a look at the defensive side of Vitality, and particularly take a look at the last few seconds of the round. Well, to be accurate, we're taking a look from the 42nd on mark, so pretty late in the round. And you might have witnessed this red line. This red line here, and it goes on, and it goes also like this. Well, what does this tell us? Vitality exactly knew what they're doing. They knew exactly that Liquid had not the slightest idea of how to work against those flanks, and they've done it again, as in week 1. We see it with those red lines, as they clearly indicate that Sender, in this case, from the C side, from the A side, made the whole way around to help in those moments. And they've won amazing clutches with it, as we can see. There are rounds that looked absolutely phenomenal in that sense, as they really made it work towards the last second. And when we take a look at them, when we take a closer look at those clips, we are going to witness that it is shocking. There was somehow no awareness sometimes from the Liquid side on exactly that. And this leaves me a bit of the, how could you not prepare for that kind of scenario? Because it looked dramatic in the first half.
I think so much of it came down to timings as well, really. It was these late flanks that at that point maybe Liquid were like, if they would have flanked, they would have done it by now. So let's focus on what's ahead of us. Oh, they flanked us. It was weird as well, because you look at the comp that Liquid are running in the top right, they're running the breach. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Vitality on their attacking side was so much faster. And there's just moments where if Redgar's going to be acting like a turret there, be in positions where you can't get pushed and allow a lot of control for Vitality in the early rounds.
I mean, they can't let them get away with this. It wasn't just one time, Vincent, as you said. It was quite a few times over and over again. And by the time they even noticed where Vitality was, the round was pretty much lost.
Yeah, you see it at that point again, right? It is them not having this realization. They're not aware. It is exactly as Ryan said. They would have done it by now, right? And well, at the end of the day, they were quite surprised and shocked in some of the scenarios. This is a great example how, by the way, there has been such great Fate usage over on this map. I really enjoyed it to see. But the clutch factor from Vitality and the awareness and how to counter their opponent on the attacking side was different today.
Yeah, great initiative there from Vitality. And I also will say that you said that it was going to be a bit of a tough task for Twiston to compare up to Safe. But the good news is, I think he did it. I think he actually managed to outshine Safe. And I know Mitch was getting really excited about that Odin ace.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. We saw like a bit more of the Odin, but I think it's just, I said at the start, I don't want to see this over-reliance on Twiston, but even though he absolutely showed up dynamite with an ace and a 4K here, it felt like still the rest of the team enabled him a bit more. It wasn't him having to put the team on his back and carry them. It was just that he was allowed to fully flesh himself out with the aid of his team. You compare that to Safe, who had some really nice clutches and was trying to claw back Team Liquid in the series. It felt like it was just Safe in the server.
It felt, even when there were those great frags and, you know, great multi-kills from Twisted, it never felt like it was a solo effort. It was always combined with someone on his team. Like we saw there was this mount push, right? It was enabled with a stun or a flash from his teammate who was covering him as well.
I will say that I'm a little bit confused about what happened with Redgar and Nats, two of the most seasoned, experienced players on the server.
Changed my shot now, I've been wearing this the whole time.
Like the first death that they were giving away,
I forgot to
especially
stop
on
recording.
their attacks,